Welcome to Mistakes Are Good. I'm making this lesson for a reason. I've studied languages in school before, and it wasn't fun or productive. It seemed like the majority of our time was spent correcting our mistakes and our pronunciation. I distinctly remember one class where the teacher made us all repeat the same word literally the entire period, going around the room one by one until we each said the word perfectly. I didn't even notice the difference between the right way and the wrong way. Ridiculous. The truth is, most of your mistakes will go unnoticed by you because the person you're talking to will still understand you and answer you as if you said it perfectly. Getting somebody to correct my mistakes has been one of the hardest parts of learning Spanish. Seriously, I made a few videos about pronunciation, so if you're worried about that or need any help, watch those videos for sure. But just real quickly, your pronunciation doesn't really matter that much. If you say the right word in basically the right way, they'll understand you. Which stret is this? How much does this cost? Would you answer me? One of the most complicated parts of Spanish, and something that trips up every single beginner, is verb conjugation. Verb conjugation is when you take a verb and put it in different forms based on who's doing the action and when. So I want versus he wants. I want versus I wanted. That stuff. Most courses, teachers, and books dive right into verb conjugation. And trust me, there's a lot. It gets really confusing really fast. But you know what? Verb conjugation doesn't really matter. I want one hamburger, please. He wants one hamburger.
Hamburger?
We want one hamburger, please. We will want one hamburger, please.
Anything else?
She wanted one hamburger, please.
One hamburger?
Did you see what happened there? In each clip, it was just me every time. There was nobody with me. In the first one, I said, I want one hamburger. In the second, he wants one hamburger. Then we want, then we will want, then she wanted. They might have thought I was a little strange, but they all knew exactly what I was talking about. I got my hamburger every single time. I want one hamburger, please. He wants one hamburger.
Hamburger?
We want one hamburger, please.
Hamburger?
We will want one hamburger, please.
Anything else?
She wanted one hamburger, please.
One hamburger?
Same thing goes for the word order. Most Spanish courses will drill it into your head that if you put the words in the wrong order, you'll never be understood. Oh, really? One burger, cheese double?
One double cheeseburger?
One burger, cheese double, yes. I put the words in the completely wrong order. It doesn't matter. One burger, cheese double? I had to sit down before I went in there and really practice saying that backwards. I said burger, cheese double instead of double cheeseburger, and guess what? I walked out of there with my burger, cheese double. One burger, cheese double?
One double cheeseburger?
One burger, cheese double, yes. And Spanish is different than English in that some words are feminine, some are masculine, and some are both. In this course, we don't care about that stuff. It won't be covered at all, well, except for right now. Because if you use the wrong form of the right word, you'll be understood literally 100% of the time. One example of the whole masculine and feminine thing is otro and otra. They both mean exactly the same thing, another. Otro is masculine and otra is feminine, but don't worry about that. We're going to Spain for our next example. I was in Barcelona and I had just had lunch. The waiter was nearby, so I asked him for another Coke. Otro Coca-Cola, por favor. Pretty normal, right? I said otro Coca-Cola, then he confirmed Coca-Cola, then went and got my Coke. He obviously understood me perfectly. But here's the thing. I should have said otra. Otra Coca-Cola is correct, not otro Coca-Cola. The point is, if you mess this up every time, you'll be understood every time. If I tell you to say otra, but you say otro, not a problem. Otro Coca-Cola, por favor. Here's a funny sequence that you'll see elsewhere in the course. I was looking for the post office in Valencia, and I thought it was El Correos or Los Correos. Notice every single person corrects me exactly the same way, then each and every one answers my questions. ¿Dónde está el correo?
¿Perdón?
El correo.
Correos.
¿Dónde están los correos?
Correos.
Sí. ¿Dónde están los correos? Los correos. ¿Dónde están los correos?
Correos?
Don't worry about understanding all that right now. You'll learn how to do that in the Asking Directions module. For now, just pay attention to the beginning. They always immediately correct me. Correos? I guess there's no L or los at the beginning. ¿Dónde está el correo?
¿Perdón?
El correo.
Correos.
¿Dónde están los correos?
Correos.
Sí. ¿Dónde están los correos? Los correos. ¿Dónde están los correos?
Correos?
I'm pretty sure if you're ever looking for a post office in Spain, just saying correos will do the trick. A word you'll see pop up in pretty much every module is this. But in Spanish, this can be esto, esta, or este. Then that is eso, esa, ese. Then there are the plurals, estos, estas, estes, esas, esos, esas. But here's the thing, no matter which one you say, as long as you're pointing to the right thing, you'll get exactly what you want. To prove this to you, I took a trip to 4 different supermarkets in my hometown. I went to the bakery section each time and pointed to exactly the same thing every time, a cinnamon twist thingy. But each time I said something different. See if you notice. Hi, yes. Can I have one of these, please?
How many?
Just one, please. Hi. Can I have one of this, please?
Sorry?
One of this, please.
Okay. Anything else for you?
That's it. Can I have one of that, please? Yes. Can I have one of those, please? Those? Yes. See, it doesn't matter. I was pointing at the same thing every time. First, I said one of these, then one of this, then one of that, then finally one of those. One of these, one of those. What's the difference? Obviously, nothing. Hi, yes. Can I have one of these, please?
How many?
Just one, please. Hi. Can I have one of this, please?
Sorry?
One of this, please.
Okay. Anything else for you?
That's it. Can I have one of that, please? Yes. Can I have one of those, please? Those? Yes. Here are some similar examples from Spain. I'm not necessarily pointing to the same thing here every time, but I'm also not paying attention to what I'm pointing to. I choose eso one time, esa another. I throw those words around like they're basically the same, because they basically are.
Hola. Uno de eso, por favor. Hola.
Una de esa, por favor.
Hola. Uno de eso.
Did you hear that lady in the last one? I said eso, then she said esta. These words are basically interchangeable. Imagine if you were working in a bakery or anywhere and somebody walks in and asks for one of those. Does it change his request at all if he says one of these instead, but is pointing at exactly the same item? Say whichever you want.
Hola. Uno de eso, por favor. Hola.
Una de esa, por favor.
Hola. Uno de eso.
Another very common pitfall in Spanish is the word to be or is. In Spanish, there are 2 different versions, so is can be está or es, and you'll see both in this course. Most teachers make it seem like it's the end of the world if you use the wrong version, and quite frankly, if you want to learn Spanish for real, you'll want to get this right. But for this course, or when you're just traveling, it's not a huge deal if you mess it up.
¿Qué es adentro?
¿Qué está adentro? ¿Qué está adentro? In that first one, I said ¿Qué es adentro? What's inside? Then in the second one, I said ¿Qué está adentro? What's inside? In both examples, they just told me what was inside. See what's going on here? I was in exactly the same situation both times and wanted to know what was inside a food item in front of me. You'll learn how to do this in the ordering food module. I said es in the first clip, but está in the second clip. They can't both be right, but they both sure worked. After you go through the ordering food module, you'll be able to understand their answers, not just ask the questions.
¿Qué es adentro?
¿Qué está adentro? ¿Qué está adentro? If I can only get one thing through to you in this module, it would be this. Nobody waltzes out into the middle of Madrid and speaks perfect Spanish right away, even when you're just doing the bare minimum. So don't be disappointed in yourself when you make mistakes. As this video is called, mistakes are good. What I mean is, since mistakes are inevitable, if you're not making them, well, you're not really doing anything. I still make basic mistakes all the time. You'll even hear me say the word gracias incorrectly in some clips. One time I seemingly lost control of my mouth and just said gracio or something like that.
Okay, gracias.
It doesn't matter. So get out there and make some mistakes. Try this stuff. Not only will it be fun, but you'll feel great. And you'll have one of the more unique trips you've ever had. See you in the next video. Hasta luego.
Okay, gracias.